Introducing Wondersuite from Bluehost.com, the tool that makes WordPress wonderful for everyone. Website creation is hard. Was hard, but not anymore, thanks to Wondersuite from Bluehost. Answer a few questions about your business and goals, and the Wondersuite tools will automatically lay out your WordPress website or store in minutes. Seriously. From there, you can customize your design, pick your brand colors, and add blocks. No custom theme or coding required. You'll get content suggestions that you can keep or revise. And with Yoast SEO built in, we automatically help you get found in search engines. From step-by-step guidance to suggested plugins to an AI-powered help bot, our built-in tools make
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey, it's your financial maven, Samantha Besnoff, CPA, and after almost 25 years in the accounting world, I've decided to share my insights and passion about money. Knowing your money and hopefully feeling less stress about your money is what I call being financially empowered. Welcome to the Your Financial Maven podcast.
All right, guys, I'm excited to be back. Happy New Year. We're in 2024. I hope you all had a fabulous holiday season. I took a little bit of a break, gearing up for tax season myself. Took the last 2 weeks of December to really work on all my stuff for upcoming tax season, which is now, which means you'll start getting all of your tax documents and information like that. If you are a business owner and you have a partnership or an S corporation or a C corporation, and you're a calendar year end, remember your business returns are due by March 15th, 2024. And then, of course, individual tax returns do not need to be filed until April 15th, 2024. So make sure that you're gathering all of your documents. And if you're working with a tax professional like myself, that you are getting an engagement letter. Make sure you have an engagement letter from your tax professional and you're filling out any tax organizers and providing them with the documentation. In addition, if you need to make any fourth quarter estimated taxes for 2023, they are due by January 16th, 2024. And the reason why it's the 16th is because the 15th is a holiday. So make sure you get those fourth quarter estimates in for federal, state, and local if it applies to you. Just a reminder to my small business owners, besides doing any payroll reporting that needs to get done for fourth quarter 23 and annual reporting like the W-2s and things like that, if you need to file any 1099 miscellaneous or NEC forms, those are due by the end of this month, January 31st, 2024. They need to be reported to the IRS or Social Security Administration, and they need to be reported to your non-employee vendors and non-employee hires like gig workers, independent contractors, etc. And that's all I have for a quick little, hey, it's Happy New Year, get started. We're going to roll right into my next small business, Do You Know Your Money Minisode. The information I'm going to provide today is important for anybody to understand, especially if you are creating and starting a new small business in 2024. So here's the thing. There is a new filing requirement as of January 1, 2024, if you own a small business, and again, or if you're thinking of starting one, and it is related to the beneficial ownership information reporting requirement. So I'm going to go through and just explain the background and some information that you need to be aware of, but that it's something that you as the small business owner are going to need to take care of. You could consult with an attorney. You may find that the majority of CPAs and or tax professionals, because of liability reasons, will not help you prepare this. But I can tell you, as a small business owner myself, I did go ahead and prepare the beneficial ownership information reporting form, and it was really easy. It just really asks where your business is located, who is the beneficial owner, and I'll go through that in a little bit as to what that definition is, and contact information. Here's the important thing. It's not just about initial reporting. There are also going to be requirements if you make any changes. So let me go through some stuff and hopefully this will help. So in 2021, the Corporate Transparency Act, or CTA, was enacted into law, which was part of the National Defense Act for that fiscal year of 2021. And part of this act states that the CTA requires the disclosure of the beneficial ownership information, or known as BOI, of certain entities from people who own or control a company. The government's anticipating around 32.6 million businesses may be required to comply with this reporting requirement. The intent is to help U.S. law enforcement combat money laundering, the financing of terrorism, and other illicit activities. Now, you have to understand something. The CTA is not part of the tax code. Instead, it is part of the Bank Secrecy Act, which is a set of federal laws that require record keeping and reporting filing on certain types of financial transactions. So here's the thing. Under the CTA, which is the Corporate Transparency Act, the BOI, which is the Beneficial Ownership Information, will not, and I repeat again, will not be filed with the IRS, but instead with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, which is another agency of the Department of Treasury. So it's really important that you understand that. I will leave a link for the BOI in the podcast episode description. I'll leave both the main link and the frequently asked questions because I think that's important for you to have. And it started, like I mentioned, January 1, 2024. So here are some things to consider regarding the BOI reporting. First, what entities are required to comply? Here's what it states: that entities organized both in the United States and outside of the United States may be subject to this reporting requirement. They list here domestic companies required to report, which include corporations, limited liability companies, LLCs, or any similar entity created by the filing of a document with a Secretary of State or any other similar office under the law of a state or Indian tribe. So, my business is based out of Pennsylvania. When I created my LLC, I had to register with the state of PA. And because I am a small business owner and registered, I had to file my BOI. Domestic entities that are not created by the filing of a document with the Secretary of State or similar office are not required to report under the CTA. It also states the information about the BOI that foreign companies required to report under the CTA include also corporations, LLCs, or any similar entity that is formed under the law of a foreign country and registered to do business in any state or tribal jurisdiction by filing a document with the Secretary of State or any similar office. So there's definitely some things that you need to be aware of. And again, probably talking to an attorney to help determine if you need to file is important. There are some exemptions. In fact, the BOI lists 23 categories of exemptions. That will be under the frequently asked questions link. I'm not going to go into them because, like I said, there's 23 of them. It's very lengthy. So you can take a look at that for yourself. Now, the biggest question is, who is a beneficial owner? Here's how it is defined under the CTA. It is defined as any individual who directly or indirectly either exercises substantial control over a reporting company or owns or controls at least 25% of the ownership interests of a reporting company. So, an individual who has substantial control of a reporting company is if they direct, determine, or exercise substantial influence over important decisions of that reporting company. This can include any senior officers of the reporting company, regardless of any formal title, or even if they have no ownership interest in the reporting company. And I will leave a link for the detailed CTA regulations They further define substantial control and ownership interests. So definitely take a look at that. It's important to be aware of those terms. Now we know what a beneficial owner is. When do I file? There are different filing timeframes. So here's the information. If you are created, meaning created, registered after 12/31/2023, so if you register your business as of January 2nd, 2024, you need to file this beneficial ownership reporting form within 90 days. So they give you about 3 months. For those that are considered existing entities, anybody that was created and registered before January 1st, 2024. So my business, I've been in business for 10 years. I switched to an LLC about 2 years ago. I was a sole proprietor prior to that. So I have met the existing entity requirement. You do not need to file immediately. You have until January 1, 2025. And as I mentioned earlier on, I just did this. They have 2 options. You can file directly online. I had a little difficulty with that because the system seemed overloaded and I couldn't file. So I utilized their second option, which is to fill out their PDF form, fill out all of the information, and then submit it. It was so easy, and I was able to upload it without any problem. And also, when companies must file are reporting companies that have any changes to previously reported information or discover inaccuracies in previously filed reports must file within 30 days. So if I end up having a change in ownership to my business, let's say I sell my business, the new owner, after the sale is complete, within 30 days, we would need to update my BOI reporting requirement. I move, I have a change of address. So you file the initial form, and then if you have any changes, you need to file within 30 days. So the different things that get reported. So the companies need to report the full name of the company, any trade or DBA doing business as name, the business address, the state or tribal jurisdiction of formation, and the IRS taxpayer identification number. But there's additional information. The beneficial owners of the entity needs to be reported. And this information includes your name, your birth date, your personal address where you live, and your unique identifying number. Most likely it's going to be a driver's license, a passport, and of course the issuing jurisdiction. So what that means is I had to give them my driver's license information, and I had to upload that information. Remember, whatever name is sitting on that driver's license and or passport needs to be put in the information, and then an image needs to be uploaded. So here's the thing. There are penalties. So if you willfully do not comply, it can result in criminal and civil penalties of $500 per day and up to $10,000 with up to 2 years in jail time. So you definitely need to plan. You definitely need to comply if this is something you're required to do. So please pay attention to that because those fines can be very hefty. This is a very important thing. You, the beneficial owner, have sole responsibility for the compliance with the CTA, which includes the BOI reporting and the collecting of the beneficial ownership information. Like I said, I will leave the link for FinCEN website, the frequently asked questions. You definitely should consult with legal counsel if you have any questions regarding this. The reason why myself as a CPA, I will not be doing this for my clients is I am not taking on that liability or responsibility. My clients could have changes and I wouldn't know that, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to work with them to meet the 30-day requirement to make any changes to that initial reporting. But it is a very simple form, very well laid out, so you shouldn't have any issues yourself filing that. But like I mentioned, it's something you definitely want to take a look at. Hey, it's Your Financial Maven, and I want to hear from you. Feel free to leave me your insights and money stories or questions that you may have about money. You can visit www.yourfinancialmavenpodcast.com and click on the I Want to Hear From You tab. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about money. The purpose of this podcast is to provide general information on the subjects discussed. It is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. You should consult your CPA, accountant, or tax professional for all of your specific financial needs or situations.
Your Financial Maven is hosted and produced by Samantha M. Besnoff, CPA, and Your Financial Maven, LLC. Editing is done by Kris Zarnoch of KMZen Creative. Music is written, composed, and performed by Daniel Shore.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Every day, my employees get scam emails. I wanted to protect my business and clients, so I checked out CISA's Secure Our World. They've got 4 simple ways we can protect our businesses from online threats. Learn more at CISA.gov/Secure Our World.